Finding freedom beyond thought. Most people today are living in a state of constant exhaustion. This fatigue doesn't just come from physical labor, but from the uncontrolled machinery of the thinking mind. We are taught how to think critically, but we are never taught how to simply stop. The simulation in your head. The first truth you must understand is that the moment you start thinking, you leave the real world and enter a simulation. Thoughts are either shadows of a past that is gone or projections of a future that hasn't happened. Think about it. You could be walking through a beautiful park or eating a delicious meal, but if your mind is busy arguing with your boss or worrying about bills, you aren't actually there. You aren't experiencing the park or the food. You are trapped in a mental prison of your own making. To think is to become. In the nature of the mind, every time a thought arises, a version of you is born with it. If you think about resentment, you become a person in pain. If you think about greed, you become a person who is lacking. Suffering doesn't come 100% from external events. It comes from the mental concoction, the way you replay and distort those events in your head. Trying to solve a problem by overthinking it is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. The problem only grows, and yourself becomes heavier. The simplest exit, the breath. Stopping your thoughts isn't about forcing your mind to be blank. Force only creates more stress. Instead, it is about shifting your focus. The breath is your most powerful tool because it is the only reality happening in the now. Thoughts can lie to you, but the physical sensation of air entering and leaving your body is the absolute truth. The method. When you realize you are caught in a storm of thoughts, don't fight them. Don't judge yourself for thinking. Just acknowledge, oh, that's a thought, and immediately shift your attention to the tip of your nose or the rise and fall of your chest. This breath acts as an anchor, pulling you back from the simulation and into reality. The observer versus the thinker. As you practice returning to the breath, you will see a clear difference between the thinker and the observer. The thinker, the one who jumps into the fire of emotions and complains about the heat. The observer, the one who stands back and watches the fire. You see the heat, you see the flicker, but you don't let it burn you. When you stop the thoughts, even for a few seconds, your mind finally rests. This is a deep spiritual recharge. The energy you used to waste on useless mental chatter is pulled back, turning into a sharp, steady awareness. True freedom. The goal of stopping is not to become a person without feelings. It is to become a person with choice. You use your thoughts when necessary for work or planning, and you turn them off the moment they are no longer needed. True freedom isn't about having everything you want. It's about needing nothing from your thoughts. You find a stable happiness just by breathing and witnessing the truth in front of you, without needing a story to explain it. Remember, if the projector stops, the movie ends. If the thinking stops, suffering has nowhere to live.